Already we hit 45 in a dungeon. I was already like 44 and a quarter. So we're at 45 and maybe 2/3 ish. But anyway, Jenlyns has the next quest for us. Poisoned Hearts. Welcome, friend. I have important news for you. In my search for the traitor, I have been looking through old records and discovered something chilling. Around the time the traitor Sultansworn was named captain, several famed soldiers of the Sultansworn met with untimely deaths, but strangely, our records do not say how they died. Curious, I begged the favor of an old friend and received permission to inspect medical records kept by Frondale's frontistery. Frontistery? What the fuck word is that? Phrontistery. Frontistery. I discovered that the soldiers died in various ways, some in combat, some suddenly at night in the barracks, but in nearly every case there were signs that poison played a role in their demise. Yes, poison, carefully and invisibly administered. The more I read, the more I saw the dark hand of death's embrace at work. Assassins in the pay and service of the monetarists. A society so secretive that few believe it truly exists. But no matter how skilled and devious the assassins, they should not have been able to kill so many of the Sultansworn elite without being discovered. Not, that is, without help from within our own ranks. So I asked myself, who had the most to gain from their deaths? One by one, the former captain, his trusted aides, the most capable of the Sultansworn who might become future commanders, all of them slain by an invisible hand, and with their deaths, the way was open for Sagolii to become the Sultansworn's youngest captain in a century. The monetarists were plotting to kill the best and bravest of the Sultansworn, to purge its ranks of greatness, and enervate it so that it could no longer carry out its duty. Enervate is a... I don't think that's how that word's supposed to be used, because I thought it was like I thought enervate was like to give energy to. Anyway, and enervate it so that it could no longer carry out its duty to serve as sword and shield of the Sultanate. Which begs the question, how did Sagolii remain captain for 30 long years? How did he avoid the poisoner's kiss, which men better than him had succumbed? When men better than him had succumbed, there can be only one explanation. He was the monetarist's cat's paw, the turncloak in our midst. Needless to say, I am more determined to track him down than ever before. While I continue my investigation, I have a trial for you. I want you to seek the gallant armor, the legendary raiments worn by generations of the finest soldiers of the Sultansworn. In accordance with Sultansworn tradition, the set that would be yours has been scattered across southern Thanalan. Each piece has been locked within a coffer, which will be guarded by 2 men. You must best the Sultansworn themselves if you are to claim their armor. Okay. I got it muted because the grunts and stuff are annoying as crap. But we will take a little hop, skip, and a jump over to Alamigo. Little Alamigo. Upbeat piano jazz. I am the Scatman. He even does a thing when you dismount. He's like, oh. All the young dudes carry the news. Coffer number 1. Coffer number 1. Is this one also, or is this... Okay, yes, yeah, it is. So cute. Wait, what? Why am I... What? So there's a couple like mausoleums kind of thing, kind of things, kind of buildings in these ruins. The ruins that lead to the sunken temple of Quarn, which is a dungeon that I have done. I think I've done it. Yeah. Anyway. And then I guess there's probably 2 more pieces down here. So more southward. There's a big chasm between like the northern part and the southern part of southern Thanolin. And on the north side of the chasm, where we lit that brazier, I think is a better word. Brazier is a bra thingy. Where we lit the brazier to defeat the like the undead dudes the first time. This is where another piece of the Sultan's the armor I'm supposed to be going for is locked in a box. Heart-shaped box, 4 weeks. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint. Every pair of Sultansworn that I have fought has had 1 Paladin, sword and board, and the other more of a conjurer, white mage kind of thing. And it is all gathered. Oh, shit. Hold on. Sorry. Didn't read quest text. Good, the armor is yours. You have learned your lessons well and honed your skills, and now you are ready to face Sultansworn, the traitor. Yes, the time has come. I have discovered his hiding place and made contact through emissaries. We are negotiating the return of Oathkeeper. Secrecy is crucial, as is preparation. We will leave only when you are ready. 11,880 experience points, and the next quest is ready. Parley in the Sagolii. Sagolii. Sagolii? The recovery of Oathkeeper will be the first step in restoring the honor of the Sultansworn. I have told Sultansworn that if he returns the sword, we will give him a fair trial. Wow. Otherwise, he shall be captured and thrown at the feet of the Sultana for judgment. The parley is to take place south of Forgotten Springs in the Sagolii Desert. Give me your map and I will mark the location. While I believe he is acting alone, we must be prepared for anything. You may be certain that the Monitoress will not take kindly to his surrender. In fact, I believe that should the Monitoress discover Sultansworn is willing to parley, they will surely try to intervene. Therefore, we must not speak of what we do, not to anyone. We should travel separately, so as not to attract attention. We shall meet again at the parley. Okay. 150. 150 teleport. 150 teleport. Get you 150 teleport right here. Here. Jump on your chocobo so that... Well, jump on your crazy jazz dog. Destination is a sword stuck in the ground. It's not the longest wait I've ever had. Level 49 capped event. Let's do it. I don't think she answered my question. You look around. Here comes There's Jenlyn. Walking toward... So, you dared to come. You are a brazen one, I will grant you that. But did you really think I wouldn't find out? Come, confess. My allies within the Sultansworn have told me the truth. I know you are working in league with the traitor and the monetarists. Confess, with your dying breath, you will tell me where I can find Oathkeeper and the traitor who stole it. Do you dare accuse my own Sultansworn of lying? We are comrades in arms, every one of us, bound in brotherhood by our oath. I would trust them with my life. What is your word when set against theirs? We know the meaning of honor. You are a naive fool. I suspected you from the beginning, ever since you showed me the soul of the Paladin that the traitor Sagolii gave you. You that Sagolii, huh? You were, no matter how briefly, a Paladin, and as such, you are bound by a code of honor that is as unforgiving as it is noble. Traitor, I sentence you to death, and decree that your body shall lie here and feed the crows. Let's go, bitches. I fucking live for this shit. I eat, sleep, and breathe kicking your ass. How dare you use our own arts against us? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Confess, damn you, confess. Oh, bud, you're not even putting up a fight. Literally. How are you the captain? You cannot do this. I am the greater swordsman. You're superior in every way. Says Jenlyns on the ground. Sort of on the ground. He's got that whole... Oh, there's an archer. And then somebody blocks it with a shield. It's Sagolii. You were blinded, Jenlyns, by your own conviction. Jenlyns, remember your own lesson. A paladin does not exist to defend his position or the honor of his fellow Sultansworn. The archer starts to back away, scared now, and runs. Sagolii with his shield in one arm. Those men were assassins in service to the monetarists. The moment you outlived your usefulness, you were to be killed. You and this free paladin of yours. Liar! You are the agent. You betrayed us for them. You were always naive, Jenlyns, too willing to trust your fellow man. It's one of your virtues, but you have a deplorable habit of turning your virtues into vices. Think, the information you uncovered, how did you come by it? Did it fall into your lap as if, oh, I don't know, someone was feeding it to you for their own purposes? You and the paladins under your command are the monetarist lapdogs. Jenlyns, you've been led a merry dance and followed their lead at every step. Then you were never a traitor? You were innocent? I have wronged you. And then he falls unconscious. Easy now. Your wounds aren't mortal, but you still need to rest. Sagolii picks him up, fireman's carry. I'll take care of the captain. He's had worse, and we'll have him back on his feet soon enough. You become a fine warrior, and learned all there is to know about the way of the paladin. I think perhaps that you are not aware just how much you've grown. Well, 'tis time you were made aware, paladin. When the captain's recovered, keep an eye on him for me, will you? He needs someone like you to watch his back. And Sagolii awkwardly walks off. The words of Sagolii have awoken something about Paladin's past. It was too quick. Mr. Bojangles. I can't help but call him Jazz Wolf now. Jazzwolf. Back to Jenlyns. Paladin, I have done you a great wrong. I allowed myself to be hoodwinked, accused you of treason, and even turned my sword against you. Hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. As for me, yes, I am recovered from my wounds, at least those that will heal. But far more important than that, Sultansworn is innocent, after all. He was never a traitor, and the dream that I followed in my youth was not a lie. I remain captain of the elite, although a poor substitute for my predecessor. I am now working on a plan to strike back at the Monitoris and restore the Sultansworn to its former strength. No, do not be afraid for me. We've unmasked the foe, and he cannot hide behind his deceptions anymore. The assassin won't find it easy to reach me. For now, I will bide my time, marshal my strength, and when the time is ripe, strike hard at our enemies. We get cover. Take all damage intended for another party member as long as said party member remains within 10 yalms. I'm kind of wondering what the purpose of that is. Maybe as like an off-tank cooldown thing. Like if you got a main tank that takes like way too much damage, but they're still supposed to be main tanking for a bit. You pop that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, those are the 2 level 45 Paladin quests. And I bid you good night. Bye.